Hi guys, it's Grace. I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited to keep talking with you guys about how Jesus' power pulls us through because today we're going to talk about something really cool. Jesus' power brings hope. And you know what can keep our eyes on hope? God sightings. Last time I asked you to keep an eye out for where God is working in the world and in your life. Well, I did that too. And here's a quick God sign that I'd like to share with you guys. So this week, we got to see some friends that we haven't gotten to see in a while. So I actually made some friends through a friend. Hopefully that makes sense. My friend introduced me to some other friends, and I got to see them today and hang out with them, and I haven't seen them in a long time. So it was cool getting to see them and catch up and just be in God's beautiful nature. We went on a walk, and it was just really awesome getting to be outside. It was beautiful out today. So that was one of my God signs, getting to see friends again. So that's mine, but I'd love for you guys to share your God sightings too. How about you take turns sharing, and when you've finished, start this video back up, and I'll wait for you. All right, thank you for sharing, guys. That's fun. You know, where I live, there are a lot of frustrated, confused people about everything going on right now. Maybe that's true where you live too. Some grown-ups are angry and confused that they can't go to work to earn money to care for themselves and their families. Kids are frustrated that they can't get together with their friends, they can't play sports as much as they used to, or even go to school like they were able to when you guys were still in school. And if you've been cooped up with your family for a few weeks now, maybe things are kind of tense and crazy at home too. So we're going to talk about that. Here's a question for you guys to discuss as a family. What's made you angry or frustrated or tense during this coronavirus situation? I'm going to pause for a few seconds where you guys can talk about that. So what has made you angry, frustrated, or tense during this last couple months of quarantine? All right, thank you guys for talking about that with your family. You know, when you're stuck or disappointed, it's easy to become frustrated or angry, and that's okay. You feel what you feel, but it's what you do when you're frustrated or angry that can really turn things around. Everyone on your feet, okay? Everybody get up. It's time to shake and shimmy some of those blues away as we join our friends who figured out what to do when they're facing hard times. So the song below is called No Matter What I'm Facing. So that'll be in the comments below for you guys to dance to. Woo! God gives me joy in every situation. Keeps my spirits high no matter what I'm facing. That's what I want. But sometimes that's not how I feel. And I'm probably not alone in that. Let me tell you about some friends of Jesus. Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. You can find their true story in the Bible in the book of John, chapter 11. Lazarus got sick, and his sisters, Mary and Martha, knew that Jesus' power brings hope. So they hoped Jesus could heal Lazarus, their brother. They sent a messenger to find Jesus in a nearby city, and then they took care of Lazarus as they waited for Jesus to arrive. But day by day, Lazarus grew weaker, and Jesus still didn't come. Mary and Martha could not understand why. Jesus loved Lazarus, and they knew Jesus could help. Where was Jesus at? I think they felt that... Wait, I'll show you. When I count to 3, I want you to take a deep breath and hold it. I'll let you know when it's okay to breathe again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I think Mary and Martha were standing by the door, looking up the road, expecting that at any moment Jesus would appear and he'd make everything right again. But, just a moment. Let me check. Oh, oops. Everybody breathe. Breathe. Everybody breathe. Sorry. I got distracted and forgot about you. I'm sorry. I think that might be what Mary and Martha thought about Jesus, too. That he didn't care. that he got busy, that he forgot them, or didn't even notice Lazarus was dying. So while Mary and Martha were waiting for Jesus to come help, Lazarus died and was buried. How angry Mary and Martha must have felt. How hurt that their friend did not come through for them. I want you guys to make a tight fist like this, okay? Even tighter, okay? Hold your fist really tight. Really, really, really tight. Think about how angry you get when people are mean to you, or how angry you are when you feel stuck or forgotten or ignored. Think about that. Think about what you shared earlier when I asked what made you guys angry recently. Dig your fingernails into your palms. Do you feel them? Feel that tight. Feel how tight and tense your arms are getting? I'm starting to hurt. Are you hurting? Keep holding it. So, back to Mary and Martha. Jesus finally showed up, and they were angry with him. They asked why he had waited so long. But Jesus didn't disappoint. Jesus went to where Lazarus was buried and had some men roll away the stone that was in front of his tomb. Jesus called out to Lazarus to rise from the dead. And that's what Lazarus did. That is power, and that's hope. The Bible says that Jesus wasn't late. He waited on purpose because he wanted to do something even more amazing than just heal sick Lazarus. He wanted to raise someone from the dead. When Mary and Martha saw that Jesus' power brings hope, even when it seems like it's too late, well, they let go of their anger and they found hope instead. So, I want you guys to relax your fists and let your hand open slowly. Really slowly. That's how it feels when you let go of your anger. When you look for joy and hope in every situation. When you let God lift your spirits no matter what you're facing. Maybe you know someone who's sick with the coronavirus or who had it before. Maybe they've gotten better and maybe they haven't. Maybe you've prayed that you can get back to living like you lived before the virus swept through the world. Maybe you're angry because you had a baseball tournament or birthday party canceled because of the coronavirus. And you're wondering, where's Jesus? Maybe you're a little angry because it feels like he's too late to help you. Remember this, Jesus was not late for Lazarus, and he's not late answering in your prayers. Jesus had a better plan when his friend Lazarus was ill. Jesus was in charge. He's still in charge. He still has a plan. Jesus' power brings hope. Mary and Martha got angry, but Jesus didn't walk away from them because of their anger. Instead, he drew close and gave them hope. He'll give you hope too. And along with that hope, he's going to give you peace. Even in these coronavirus times. All right, I have some questions for you. How did holding a fist remind you of how it feels to hold on to anger? Remember how we held on to it so tightly that it started to hurt? How does that remind you of how it feels to hold on to anger? And how can you as a family experience letting go of anger and finding more hope that Jesus offers? So talk those two questions over with your family. How did holding a fist remind you of how it feels to hold on to anger? And how can you as a family experience letting go of anger and finding more of the hope that Jesus offers? Thanks for sharing your thoughts, guys. We're going to take a few moments to see what happens when we focus on Jesus' hope. One second. Okay, sorry about that. So, we're going to take a few minutes to see what happens when we focus on Jesus' hope. Okay? So, I'm going to put a picture on the screen. And I want you guys to stare at it, okay? All right. All right. See this picture? Doesn't look like much, does it? There's 4 dots in the middle and 4 dot letters in the word hope. So I want you guys to focus on the 4 dots in the middle until I take the image down. Really stare at those dots and try to blink as little as possible. All right, so stare at the image. All right, now quick, look at a blank wall. Look at a wall with nothing on it. What do you see? Keep looking at the wall. It might take a few seconds. Do you see him? Do you see Jesus? When we took that time to focus on the 4 dots, which remind us of the 4 letters in the word hope, we could see Jesus. When we take the time to look for him, we'll see Jesus all around us. How can you guys look for Jesus even when we're angry? Jesus' power brings hope. And when we focus on the hope that he can do something even greater than what it seems like he's too late for, we're going to see him at work. I have a request for you guys. Would you take a few minutes and each of you share what you're hoping for? What is it you hope will happen? Tell each other and then pray for what each other said. You can pause me while you do that. I'll wait. All right, so you guys have been keeping a thankfulness journal, and it's time to fill another page. I want you guys to draw things you were hoping God would do for you that he has done. For instance, maybe you hoped you'd be able to find some toilet paper, and you did. You hoped you'd have enough food during a time when you couldn't go to buy more, and you were okay. Maybe you hoped for a best friend in school and God gave you one. Focusing on how God's hope has come through will remind you that Jesus' power brings hope. So what I drew was a picture of my best friend. Her name is Jess. It says, "Hi, I'm Jess." And that is something that I hoped for, that I would get a best friend. Hopefully you can see the picture. That I would make a best friend who would be a Christian and show me Jesus, who would just be a fun person, who would get me, and that's who Jess is, and she is a gift from God. So that's something that I hoped for and that God delivered in. All right, so I want you guys to grab your thankfulness journals and draw your pictures and something that you hoped for and that you're thankful for that it happened. And don't forget to put today's date on that paper. Okay, guys? So I will see you later. I hope you have a good week and that you're doing well and having fun. And remember that Jesus' power brings hope. All right. Bye, guys.